Are zoos humane? By Reed Freemeyer. Synopsis. Yes, zoos are humane. This side of the argument argues that the zoos are a humane place for animals and exercise proper animal treatment. People in agreement to this argument believe that zoos are a place for animals to live a life of prosperity. They are used for scientific studies on animals and for repopulation in the case of an endangered species. People against the argument believe that zoos are an inhuman place for animals and do not exercise proper animal treatment. They also believe that zoos are a place for animals to live a life of solitude and entrapment, unfairly exploits animal rights and welfare inside of the zoos, and removes animals from their natural state of being. Similarities between both sides of the argument. Both sides of the argument want to have the best living situation for animals inside of zoos. Both sides believe that having zoos makes behavioral research on animals more easily obtainable. Similarities continued. Almost all the advocates from both sides focus on making the practice of protecting animal welfare inside of zoos relevant. In the future, both sides of the argument believe that zoos should be relevant in society. Both parties believe that visitors should have various ways to educate themselves on the animals inside the zoo. Differences, numbers 1 and 2. Are animals enclosures suitable for animals? Yes. Yes, because animal enclosures are fitted to each specific animal in relation to their natural habitat to simulate nature. To the opposite side of the argument, no, because enclosures inside of zoos are just bigger cages, keeping the animals in solitude their entire lives, unless they are with one other animal or a few others. Are the action used within zoos with animals ethical? Yes, because zookeepers and staff responsible of animals inside of the zoo have responsibilities and rules to follow to ensure that animals are kept safe and sound. No, because not all animals can rely that they are treated equally or ethically inside of zoos based on the zookeepers. Some things go unnoticed, which can prevent the animals from getting treated properly inside of the zoos. Differences number 3 through 4. Should zoos be allowed in the future? Yes, because zoos should be relevant in the future to allow people to interact with wildlife outside of nature and learn about animals and their habitats. No, because all zoos should be decommissioned and the animals inside of them should be released into the wild to live naturally or transferred to a sanctuary or a nature reserve to live naturally. Are animal-human relationships beneficial? Yes, because inside of the zoos, where a zookeeper gains a relationship with an animal, a bond is made that helps allow the animal to be more cooperative with activities, research, etc. No, because not all animals need to have human interaction or be domesticated in a way. It takes away important aspects of their instincts and just other ways that they would naturally act out in the wild. Differences, numbers 5 through 6. Is the study of behavioral analysis ethical? Yes, because it allows scientists to further understand the effects of all the different types of scenarios have on animals inside and outside of zoos. No, because it manipulates the animal's mental state no matter how positive or negative the effect of the manipulation is, going against the animal's will. Or also the manipulation of an animal is going against his will. Is animal welfare practiced inside zoos? Yes, because from inside the aquariums to outside in the habitat enclosures, all animals are treated respectfully and nurtured for according to their specific needs. No, because not all zookeepers and workers treat animals the same. There may be unfairness or other attributes involved which would negatively affect the animal's welfare. Differences, numbers 7 through 8. Do zoo visitors have a positive effect on the animals? Yes, because in most cases animals react back to the visitors. An example could be an exhibit animal can see the visitor and interact via the glass. An example of that also being like an animal putting its hand out to touch the human's hand. No, because if the visitors don't act responsibly with the animal that are inside of the enclosure, then the animal will have a negative reaction to what the visitor did. Do visitors have a negative effect on the animals? Yes, because the animals can have a negative emotions or actions after a visitor might have done something to them, bang on the glass or any other unethical action. No, because in most cases people who visit the zoo have positive intentions in viewing the animals, thus allowing the animals to have a neutral or positive reaction to what the visitors did. Differences, 9 through 10. Does being kept in enclosures have a negative mental effect on the animals? Yes, because in some cases the animal is completely alone and only its interaction with the other things is viewers, or a zookeeper. So the animal may feel lonely or nothing at all, depending on if it was raised in the zoo or not. No, because in almost all cases, the animals have been raised inside of the zoo and inside of a specific enclosure, so in other words, they are at home. Do animals get treated humanely inside of zoos? Yes, because in almost all cases, animals are treated humanely based off the zoo's guidelines for the specific animals and are taken care of throughout their lives inside the zoo. No, because in zoos all over the world, animals get treated humanely. Things like animal abuse, malnourishment, and just general neglect of the animals inside of the zoo will have a negative effect and could be considered inhumane. We're excited